left without saying goodbye. They came back without any warning. These are the 2026 military reunions that nobody in the room saw coming, and nobody who was there will ever forget. Story 1. The basketball court. Mackenzie Freeman is mid-game in a packed college arena when her father, Master Sergeant Jeremy Freeman, walks in after 7 months deployed in Afghanistan. She is locked in, running plays, completely focused on the game until something in the crowd pulls her eyes, and every other thing in that building stops existing. Watch the moment she stops mid-play and finds his face in the crowd.
She spots a face she hasn't seen in over half a year, jumping into her father's arms, the first of many hugs.
It's been over 7 months, so it's been a long time coming.
7 months of waiting ended in the time it takes to cross a basketball court. Her teammates stood there. The crowd stood there. And nobody said a word because the moment was already saying everything that needed to be said. Next, a birthday set up at center court, a video message playing on the big screen from overseas, and a Navy mother who was supposed to still be thousands of miles away. Story 2. The birthday tunnel. Kids are brought to center court for a birthday surprise while their mother, a U.S. Navy Chief Petty Officer, has been deployed for 10 months and is supposed to be nowhere near that building. A pre-recorded video message plays on the big screen. She sends her love from overseas. Then the video ends. Watch the tunnel the moment the screen goes dark. "10 months is long enough for a child to start filling in the absence with something permanent, to start adjusting to the version of life where one parent simply is not there. The moment that adjustment gets reversed in real time, with no warning, in front of a crowd of strangers, produces a reaction that no birthday gift ever could. That is what you just watched. Veterans Day. A hockey rink packed with fans, and a daughter standing on the ice with absolutely no idea her father's deployment was already over. Story 3. Veterans Day on the ice. Air Force Master Sergeant John Lang, 20 years of service and 5 deployments to the Middle East, is announced over the arena speakers while his daughter stands on the ice with her team in front of a full crowd. The announcer asks everyone to turn around. Watch her face the exact moment she hears his name and realizes what is happening behind her. "20 years of service, 5 trips away from home, 1 Veterans Day to bring it back to something personal. The rink was loud with crowd noise, and none of it registered for either of them. The next reunion happened in a high school gym, with nobody watching except the people who mattered most. A son training alone, a father who had been gone 9 months, and a voice calling from across the room that stopped everything. Story 4. Caleb is training alone in the gym at Marty High School, headphones in, focused on his work, when his father walks in after 9 months deployed and calls his name quietly from across the room. Nobody else in that gym was warned. Watch Caleb the exact moment the voice registers and he turns around.
He sneaks in.
Caleb Lee, are you working hard?
9 months of milestones happening with one parent missing from every single one of them. One voice from across an empty gym to end all of it. That was all it took. From a quiet gym to a live crowd, a dunk team performance mid-routine, and a Black Hawk helicopter crew chief who was supposed to still be in South Korea. Story 5. The dunk team floor. A dunk team performance is underway at a live sporting event when the announcer stops everything and asks the crowd to direct their attention to the floor. Private First Class Brandon Kobe, just returned from South Korea, Black Hawk helicopter crew chief, walks out while his family, his friends, and people who grew up with him sit in the stands with zero warning. Watch the stands the moment his name is called.
Wait a minute, he's not on the dunk team! Ladies and gentlemen, just returning from South Korea, Black Hawk Helicopter Crew Chief, Private First Class Brandon Covey!
He said afterward he cried a little, but that was okay. That the reaction he got was exactly the one he had been imagining from South Korea. He had been right about every single part of it. A game, a live event, and a father who walked out to surprise not just his children, but his own parents sitting in those stands, who had no idea their son was already home from Southwest Asia. Story 6. The arena announcement. Sergeant Dan Urban, deployed in Southwest Asia, is announced as the special guest delivering the game ball tonight, while his parents sit in the stands completely unaware he is in the same building. The crowd hears the name. His parents hear the name. Watch his father the moment he looks up and sees who is walking out of that tunnel.
Urban family, we have a special guest delivering tonight's game puck. Please direct your attention to the Coyotes.
Dad Rhodey, Dan Urban, Sergeant, surprising his mom and dad.
The announcer said it quietly over the microphone. That is a proud father right there. He was right. But proud does not begin to cover what was on that man's face. It was relief. The specific kind that only arrives after a long period of fear has finally ended. And the last reunion on this list is the one the title promised. A grandfather, a grandson coming home, and 22 seconds of footage that will stay with you long after this video ends. Story 7. The grandfather. A soldier walks into a room where his grandfather is gathered with family, approaching quietly from behind, while the old man has his back turned and no idea his grandson is anywhere near that room. Watch the grandfather's face the moment he turns around and realizes who is standing right behind him. That man had been carrying a grandfather's fear for every single day of that deployment, doing what grandparents do, which is keep living, keep showing up, keep holding the family together, while a piece of them is somewhere dangerous and there is absolutely nothing they can do about it, except wait. And then in one moment, in one turn of the head, the waiting ended. His grandson was standing right there. Home, safe, real. The hug that followed was not a greeting. It was a grandfather holding on to proof that the thing he had been most afraid of did not happen. Both arms, full body, eyes closed. The kind of hold that only comes from someone who spent months rehearsing this exact moment in their mind and is now finally, after all of it, living it. 7 reunions in 2026. A basketball court, a hockey rink, a high school gym, 2 sports arenas, and 1 room where a grandfather turned around and found exactly the face he had been praying to see. Every single person waiting in these clips had no idea today was the day. That surprise is the whole gift. Not the event, not the crowd, just a face appearing where it was not supposed to be yet. Drop a comment below telling us which reunion stayed with you the longest. Check the end screen right now, because we have more compilations sitting there that will do exactly the same thing.